Another Louisville CVS location is set to shut its doors in the new year. Thanks so much for joining us here at 6:30 and Merry Christmas Eve. I'm Alex Dieterer. The CVS on Portland Avenue will close for good in late January, taking with it what community leaders are calling an essential resource for residents. As Connor Steffen and photojournalist Aspen Hester report, there are worries the closure will leave serious gaps in access to medicines and essentials.
For people living in the Portland neighborhood, the new year brings with it the loss of an essential service. This CVS pharmacy on Portland Avenue.
I think there's concern. It's another space that's closing. Everything's closing around everywhere.
Mary Jolly is president of the Portland Neighborhood Association.
That is a big deal. That is going to be a problem.
A company spokesperson called it a difficult decision for CVS, saying in a statement, quote, "Maintaining access to pharmacy services in the communities we serve is an important factor we consider when making store closure decisions." The spokesperson didn't provide an explanation as to why CVS decided to close this location, but said broadly the company looks at factors like local market dynamics, population shifts, and store density. For Jolly,
but the idea of another business shutting down, of course, it's in the West End. That's always an issue as well.
The only thing that matters is the impact it'll have on her neighbors. She says many in the Portland neighborhood rely on public transit or walking on foot to get around.
And so when you shut down a business, where are they going to be able to access their services that they need? And the biggest thing at CVS was their pharmacy.
The Portland location is set to close on January 18th. At that point, remaining scripts will be forwarded here to this CVS location nearly 3 miles away near 4th Street Live. In Louisville, Connor Steffen, WHAS 11 on your side.
A company spokesperson says CVS also offers a home delivery for certain prescriptions. You can find more information on the service at our website, WHAS11.com. Today, LMPD honored the life of Detective Deidre Mangadote 5 years after she was killed in a fiery crash along I-64. In 2018, Detective Mangadote was conducting a traffic stop on I-64 when MSD driver Roger Burdett slammed his truck into the back of his cruiser. Burdett was found to have been distracted watching porn and under the influence of pain medications. He has been sentenced to 27 years in prison for murder. Now, 5 years later, Detective Mangadote's legacy lives on.
Hard for everybody here. Everybody cared about Deidre immensely. It's hard to see how the impact on her family. Obviously 5 years have passed, but it's hard to tell that from seeing people's faces and the impact and the hurt that they still carry from this tragic event.
Just this year, Roger Burdett's murder conviction was upheld by the Kentucky Supreme Court. Burdett fought for a new trial, saying the court erred several times throughout the trial. But in February, Kentucky's High Court said none of the issues he raised mandate a reversal of the conviction and the sentence. The holiday season can be a difficult time for people experiencing grief. Traditions and expectations for the holidays puts pressure on people grieving to perform or act as though they aren't in pain. Kimberly Johnson, a professor with Indiana University School of Social Work, reminds people experiencing grief to prioritize themselves.
It's important not to completely isolate yourself and keep in touch with your own self. Give yourself permission to experience your own feelings or spend time doing something you enjoy that allows you an outlet and gives you a way of dealing with your grief.
Johnson also recommends trying something new, things like making a new family tradition or changing old patterns.